Good morning, Hank. It's Tuesday. So back in 2008, you and Catherine and I went on what we called the Great American Tour de Nerd Fighting.
And so it begins, the Great American Tour de Nerd Fighting 2008, featuring Hank, John, the Catherine, and a minivan!
We drove around the country for a month in a minivan. You sold CDs, I sold copies of Paper Towns. It was exhausting, but also really exhilarating, because while I'd been an author for a while by then, I'd never had more than 5 or 6 people at any of my signings. Like, the truth is, for me, signings were pretty brutal affairs. In fact, at my first ever book signing in Chicago in 2005 for Looking for Alaska, I showed up at the bookstore and there were 2 people there, one of whom was my boss, but pretended to be a stranger so that it wouldn't be quite as embarrassing. I then proceeded to read an excerpt from Looking for Alaska that included the sentence, "The only thing worse than having a party no one attends is having a party attended only by 2 vastly, deeply uninteresting people, thereby managing to offend the 2 kind people who came to my book party." And so in 2008, to be in rooms with people singing and laughing and reading was just magic. And the truth is, Hank, it's still magic. Like, it's remarkable what you can get accustomed to, but I, for one, simply can't get accustomed to Nerdfighteria existing, however briefly, in real life. And I think because I had those early years where no one, or 2 people if I was lucky, came to my book signings, I just feel overwhelmed with gratitude to anyone who would attend any kind of book event. Like, obviously, I want you to come to mine, but also I want you to go to other people's. It means that they care about your work, but maybe more importantly, it also means that they want to be in real life with other people who care about your work. Because 2 of the coolest things art can do is, 1, inspire more art, and 2, lead to deep, lasting connections. All of which is to say that I am going on tour for Hollywood Ending. The tour starts on September 20th in Toronto. If you live in Toronto, you get the book 2 days early, actually, because it doesn't come out until September 22nd. And then it ends October 13th in Los Angeles, which is appropriate for a bunch of reasons that I can't get into because it would be spoilers. There are links to tickets in the doobly-doo. I am sorry they are not free, but renting out these spaces is expensive and bookstores have to take on that cost. Okay, so we begin in Toronto on September 20th. I haven't visited Canada in almost 15 years, at least in a professional capacity, and I'm very excited to do so. Then on September 22nd, the actual day the book comes out, I'll be in New York City. No tickets are available for that one yet, but they will be soon. On the 23rd, I'll be in Birmingham, Alabama, returning to my high school roots, and then DC on the 24th, and Winston-Salem, North Carolina on the 25th. I've never been to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, like either in a professional or a personal capacity. Then I go to Portland, Maine, and then Pittsburgh, where much of Hollywood Ending is set. Then it's Gainesville, Florida, Nashville, Madison, Wisconsin, and then to Indianapolis for a hometown show on October 2nd, and then on October 3rd, I am taking the day off because it is Sarah's birthday. Then it's on to Chicago and St. Paul, Minnesota, and Kansas City and Tulsa, Oklahoma, another city I have never visited. Sarah was in Tulsa for work a couple weeks ago, and she was like, "You have to visit. This place is amazing." So I am going to visit. Then it's Tucson, Boise, Salt Lake City, San Diego, and finally, Los Angeles. Light work, as the kids say. So Hank, you can no longer travel with me in a minivan for a month, which is a real bummer, but on the upside, you are a parent now and you've got a lot of stuff going on. You've got so much stuff going on. The other day, Hank was like, "Oh, I invented a word game that I need you to edit. It's called Smush." And I was like, "Hank Green, you," and I say this with a lot of love, "need to stop." Anyway, Hank, you will be coming to one event, maybe 2, which I really appreciate. I'm going to be in conversation with great friends and authors from around the country. It's going to be super fun. There will be bits. Don't worry, there will still be bits. I may be old, but I'm still in the bit business. And I should say, I'm sorry I'm not traveling to more places, especially outside the US and Canada. I wish I could, but right now, you have to strike a balance between family and work, and I try to strike that when possible on the side of family. All right, Hank, I have to get back to signing these 85,000 copies of Hollywood Ending, but I will see you on tour, and first, I will see you on Friday.